medicine, medical, and of course wheelchairs, cloths, clutches, and of course we are there to give them food and to support them. Well, months back we had an encounter with a boy, Mahmoud by the name. He was a 7-year-old boy and he was medically not good. He was not good medically, so we had to come in contact with him. We took him to the hospital where he was suffering from anemia. So an urgent surgery was done on him through House of Happiness organization, and now he's feeling much more better. We didn't only offer to do the surgery because the family, him and his mom, they were staying in the streets. So we had to come to their aid. We rented a house for them. We provide them with capital to start up a business, and then we empowered her, because we are not just there to give them food or to give them clutches, wheelchairs. We are also there to empower them and to make them better people in society. So our aim is to eradicate or to minimize the roaming of these street beggars, the orphans, widows, on and about the streets. So we are focused on empowering them, and we are trying to relocate, to give them a business startup, and of course the ones that are lacking in their medical, we are trying to reach out to them and to help them.
I know that there are funds challenge, with regards to supporting these people. Like you said, you rent an house for them, and at the end they would be there for like a year, which normally they ask for house rent. And I always say continuity is also a challenge, and getting these funds to support these less privileged people is also a challenge. So how does House of Happiness manage the affairs of running the organizations, helping people, supporting them for housing and capacity building, and also help them to have doing their business as well?
Well, that has been a lot of major challenge, the capital, the support. To rent a house for these people, and there are many of them. We are just targeting bit by bit. The capital is a major challenge we are facing, and we are trying to do our best. All thanks to our sisters in the diasporas, brothers. Majority of our donors are women, because they are trying to empower mainly women and children. So they are the ones supporting us through this money. So we take it from their money, and then we try to reach out to those people with disability.
Okay, so and how it has been, in running an organization, like this, and supporting the less privileged people, more especially, like you said, disabled people and women and girls. They are vulnerable people. I know they themselves have their own challenges, but supporting them is also a challenge. So how you guys have been able to manage, in supporting them?
Well, House of Happiness organization, we are really trying to do our best. When we came in contact with them, the first question we asked them, what are the challenges you guys are faced with? And then they will list a lot of them: housing, toilet facility, no food, medical, no proper housing where they are staying at. This will come and say, well, I lost my husband a month or a year ago, and now I'm being in the streets begging. My child, she has been attempted to rape. Some of them are having rape cases. Some of them are sick, malaria, cold, because they have no housing under their where they are staying at. So House of Happiness, the challenges is there. Really, we are really faced with a capital challenge. When we asked them what are the challenges they are faced with, then we came back to our budget schemes, our planning. Then we try to look and tackle the most important, the one we can afford. Through these donors, we will tackle the one that we can afford. Mainly the ones we can afford are those housing. We'll try to rent them a house, because this is the major challenge they are faced with. So we'll try to tackle the major challenge, which is housing, and then we are not going to just rent a house for them. We'll furnish the house, we'll buy these items, kitchen utensils, we'll buy them beds, we'll buy them blankets, different items. We'll furnish the house for them, and then we'll not just leave them like that, because obviously they have to eat. So we'll try to give them money for them to start up a business. And for the few we've came in contact with, like Ellen, she's a disabled,
Okay.
and of course she was crawling with her hands. So House of Happiness came in contact with her. We gave her a wheelchair to aid her movement on and about where she wants to go, and then we enroll her because she's young. She has been faced with a lot of challenges. She said she has been raped. She has been abandoned by family, the community. They look down on them because they are people with disability. So when House of Happiness came in contact with them, we encouraged them. We said, well, you are too young to be begging, or although we have provided you with house, we provided you with furnished house, furnishment, kitchen utensils. We said, well, then we want to enroll you in an institute. So we enrolled her in an institute where she was doing a tailoring. So we empowered her in a way where now society now is accepting her. She's doing these petty tradings, she's selling. So society now will come to her to help her. They will come to her to buy these foodstuffs and other things to her. So we're trying to do much as we can. So despite the capital challenges, despite the funding, House of Happiness is really striving to do more. Because these people, they are not only physically challenged, they are as well emotional challenged, because people will not look at them. When they are begging in the streets, people will not even look at them. You will see some of them sick out there in the streets. People will not even they will not even spare a minute to look at them. So there are also these emotional feelings. They will come to them and say, okay, it is because me a disabled person, or because me a widow, or because me a orphan. Is it the reason why to spare a time for me? They have no. So we're trying to help them both physically and emotionally. We try to encourage them, we talk to them. Because some of these emotional stress will lead them to violence. One incident that happened here at the country, one of the disabled boy, he died. So they took him to the mortuary, and then people there were like, go na do, wait 3 days, then take the body, then fling her. So it results to violence. So they were just using abusive language and all. So when we came in contact with them, we nurture them, we talk to them how to behave in the society. Despite your disability, you can be a responsible citizen. So we'll encourage them, we'll talk to them, and of course, we'll provide with them the necessities we can provide.
Okay, let's talk about the criteria. I know there are steps and which you guys usually will take to ascertain whether to help this person. Some will tell you that I'm disabled, I cannot afford housing, but they have one which they can able to manage, and at the end they will tend to deprive others who do have. How did you guys will come to conclusion and say, okay, we should help you, not you, but we'll help this person?
Okay, well, before ever we go to help them, we'll do a survey. We'll do a survey. Well, currently they are staying at Mabaft community for mile, the eastern part of Freetown, and there's a building here isolated, so they are staying at the verandas, some of them sleeping with bags all around them. So we'll go to the particular place, we interviewed them, and they will list these things, their major challenges, and then we'll not just come and say, well, we'll help this, and this. We'll go back to the drawing board, highlight the challenges they're faced with, and then we'll come unexpectedly to them. Because if we inform them, obviously they will try to be on the best to put up a sympathetic atmosphere in which we'll feel sorry for them and help. So we'll come to them unnoticed, and then we'll say, okay, well, who is this so person? And he or she will say, look at me, and then we'll try to do an interview, we watch, do their background, ask them questions. The question like, what happened to your husband, or what happened to your family? And then we'll see. When he or she has discussed what happened to them, then we'll come and say, well, through all the interviews we have collected, this person is suffering more. This person is the person we really need to help. So we'll come back to a drawing table, and then we'll say, okay, well, we need to help this person. This person is an orphan, and she's young, and she's, we watch at the criteria. If we want to help the disabled, we'll firstly go and see what type of disability you're having. Because some of them are blind, some of them no foot, some of them no hands. So we try to watch the type of disability you're having, then we'll come and say, well, we'll try to help you with wheelchair, or we'll try to help you with clutch, or you, this place is not fit or suitable for you. We'll try to relocate you. Okay. So these are the criteria we look at.
All right, I'll come back to you, Christian. So let me come back to Ai. And before coming back to Ai, it's quarter to the hour. Let's quickly take a break and we'll come back to continue the show. The show is this day here on AYV Television, on Channel 33, on the radio 101.7 FM, on our Facebook page, AYV Sierra Leone, and we'll definitely find time to read your comment.
Get all your breaking, factual, and balanced local and international news from AYV Direct to your mobile phone via SMS. To subscribe on AfriCell, send star to 298 and stay connected for only 300 leones per day.
She has more time to cater for others. Thanks to Rokel Commercial Bank Online Banking and Rokel SIM Corpo, you have instant access and control of your account. Save time and enjoy the little things in life. Rokel Commercial Bank, the bank of choice.
Good afternoon and welcome to the stage.